Hello YouTube fans, this is Koda and I've got a pretty sweet video for you guys. So today it is April 27, 2016 and Valve has just released a new update, and along with some minor changes, maybe some language packs, we've got a new case, and this time it is the CSGO, I don't know why I said that part, it's pretty obvious, the Chroma 3 case. And it's got some cool things, and I'm sorry, my surfing is pretty terrible because I'm talking and surfing, and it's just not an ideal situation. But why am I in a surf server? The reason for that is that this is the easiest way for me to preview new skins for you guys. In order to do that, I can just pop in one of these plugins. We can just type !knife, gives us a little menu on the left, and we can just pick which knife we're going to use. In this case, I'm pulling out this Bowie knife. And obviously you can't take this out of the server, it's an aesthetic item while you're playing and surfing and doing whatever you please in the server, but it gives you a chance to look at some of these skins before you buy them, or just kind of play around with them and appreciate how badass some of them are. You can see this one has the stat track kills from my Falcon knife, or I'm sorry, Falchion knife, I always get that wrong, in 149 there. Obviously I didn't just get 149 with this, and it also has the name on the back, the Arc 67 Nighthawk. You can also do a couple others, the Shadow Daggers, the Huntsman, Karambit, Gut Knife, what else we got here? Flip Knife, Flip Knife, M9, Bayonet, Butterfly, and then back to our Falchion. So yeah, those are the knives, and ooh, someone just got murdered here, not exactly sure what that was all about. But next up, we can actually do the guns as well, and the reason that that's helpful is because we are going to check out some of the new skins. So in order to do that, we'll pull out one of the guns from the new ones. I believe we'll start off with the first one in the pack, which is that AUG skin. What was that called? I don't really recall what the AUG skin was called. I can't even find it in the menu. There it is. I must have just missed that. So pulling out the AUG, and here it is. I already put that on apparently. The Fleet Flock. This is the first skin in the Chroma 3 case. And unfortunately we can't reload it or shoot it around or anything because, as you can see on the bottom right, the server puts us at 0 ammo in the magazine and 0 ammo in reserve. That's just so you can't run around and shoot people while they're trying to surf and mind their own business. So let's just go around a whole bunch of these skins, taking a look at each of them, and I'll just kind of give you some notes on what I think about how they look. So yeah, I guess we'll just start off with this one, the AUG Fleet Flock. It's got some birds on it. Not sure what kind of design that is. Maybe slightly Japanese, but the colors are okay. This is maybe a minimal wear, so could be a little bit brighter. But it's an AUG skin. It's just okay. Not sure what rarity this is. Actually, don't know what the rarity is for any of them. But so there you go. That is the AUG Fleet Flock, and I'm just gonna do some hard cuts because it kind of takes a while to get each of these skins up. So let's move on to the next one. This is the Judgment of Anubis PP Bison skin. You can see Anubis on the back there with his glowing green eye. He is the Egyptian god of something with the head of some kind of animal. Not exactly sure what it is. But it's got a blue base layer with some gold accents on the front side post, rear side post, muzzle brake, magazine, dust cover latch, and all throughout. This one's kind of worn. I'm not sure what this is. What do you think? Like field tested or well worn? I don't really have any control over what wear pattern the plugin gives us, so we're just gonna have to take what it gives us and make the best of it. But that's the Judgment of Anubis. Second one down, not bad, kind of average. I don't know, not really my style, so I don't really want to comment too much. Moving on. Here we have the first pistol of the case. This is the CZ75 Auto Red Aster. It's a pretty cool design. It's pretty simple, I mean, in comparison to some of the other ones. We don't get to take a look at the magazine because unfortunately the server gives us 0 ammo, so there really wouldn't be an extra magazine to put in it anyways. I really like the attention to detail that was put on the grip, those plastic grips that kind of flank the back of the pistol. You can see they actually made the design spill over onto the front. I really like it when they do that with these weapon skins or kind of anything that a modeler is going to be working on, because it shows that they can kind of go beyond the bounds placed on them by the actual design and make something kind of new and different. It's not always as clean as I'm sure that they'd like, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Just kind of painting outside the lines. It's exciting. Oh, would you look at these dualies? I think I am in love. These are the dual Beretta ventilators. And geez, oh, this is a great design. At least I think so. Kind of get a feel like the Elite build that you can see on the AK and the Op, but a little less camo, and instead of dark gold, it's kind of a brighter orangish color for the accents. I love these a lot, and unfortunately, I have to expect these are going to go for a pretty high price on the market and be relatively rare because they are awesome looking. That's generally how they do it with the designs. So unfortunately, I might not be able to pick these up until the prices drop, but whew, geez, do these look good. And the G3 SG1 Orange Crash. Yeah, Orange Crash, that's what it is. I was going to say Orange Crush, but no, this one's the Orange Crash. And it looks like every other G3 SG1 that we've ever seen. Kind of unfortunate, not a whole lot going for it, just kind of a plain spray pattern, some masking. But at least it's another orange skin. It's kind of the first orange skin for the G3 SG1. I mean, they've got that other one that's kind of that caramel style. But this one, I mean, assuming it goes for around 20 cents for a minimal wear, I might pick it up, and given kind of the look of it, I have to assume it's going to go for that kind of price. So this might be the new skin that you're going to hate getting, that blue ultra common one that everyone's going to despise seeing roll up on their case unboxings. Galil AR Firefight, and this is a pretty clean looking one. I have to assume maybe, well, not maybe, obviously factory new. It's got a really cool terrorist design on the dust cover for the bolt release. And obviously this is terrorist only, so it makes sense that they would be able to put a terrorist logo there. I like the addition of the red in the places that the designer put the red. Sometimes you see those brighter accents in places that just have no business being bright, but the fact that he put it on the front foregrip, the stock, and kind of the bottom of the receiver by the magwell, I like those decisions. So it's a pretty good skin, really clean looking, and not just because it's factory new, it's just got a nice simple design. And I like it. Unfortunately not going to replace my Chatterbox for it, because I really love that thing. But it's not a bad skin. You can kind of see on the magazine too. It's got a really clean look, but there is kind of a strip of black duct tape going around it. Interesting side note, but it's there. Maybe something not a lot of people notice, but yep, there it is. M249 Spectre. This one's definitely beat up. Probably a well-worn or a battle-scarred. It's unfortunate that this is the only one that we have to look at, because when you look at the 2D version in the update notes, that little slideshow they give us, it looks really good. It looks really clean. It's got some nice details, but we can't really make out all those on this model. So I just have to kind of assume it looks better than this one, but not too bad. I do like this color combination, the light grays, the dark grays, and the orange. I think it's a pretty nice set. But we won't be able to kind of make a final verdict until we see a nice minimal wear or a factory new version. So that's what we've got for now. So the server decided to change maps on me without my knowledge. I guess I just wasn't looking at the map timer. So don't be thrown by the change of scenery, but we're going to move on to the next gun. And whoo, somebody grab my sunglasses because this thing is bright. This is the M4A1S Chanticos Fire. And it kind of has a similar undercoat to the Judgment of Anubis with the red instead of the blue undercoat. And it just has a lot of gold or yellow going all around it. Maybe too much. You can see on the foregrip, it's got the yellow on the ridges, but when you look at it from a firing position, it just looks kind of all goldish yellow. So pretty bright, kind of like the frontside Misty, or the inverse of that, since that one's kind of a teal and white color. But if you're into that kind of skin, this one is definitely for you. It's very bright, very loud, and definitely makes a statement. On the MP9 is the BioLeak skin, and this is kind of par for the course for an MP9 skin from a case. It's kind of boring. It's really just meh. I guess they're going for kind of a toxic waste spill with the yellow, some radioactive stuff throughout with maybe camouflage underneath. Not sure what they were going for. But that's what this is. Yeah, not very interesting. Can't imagine this going for a lot on the market. That's just not my style. And obviously these are preference things, so I don't want to say objectively this is good or bad, but it's just not really something I'm into. But yeah, that's the BioLeak for you. This one is definitely going to be a fan favorite, is the P250 Asimov, and it has a pretty much identical pattern to the Op Asimov and the M4A1 Asimov. The only thing about this one that I don't like, or the main issue that I have with it, is if you look at the front of the gun, you can see that big black bar going diagonally across the front, and it just looks a little stubby as a result to me. If you look at the M4 and the Op Asimov, they kind of have those white and orange and black lines going longitudinally, parallel to the barrel in the direction of fire, whereas this one, with all those diagonal lines, it just It doesn't really look like the pattern was applied as delicately and as thoughtfully as the other ones. But it still looks good. I do like the color combination, the orange, the white, and the black. It's very clean looking and well done. So it's an Asimov, and I'm sure it'll carry very high prices moving forward. On the sawed-off is the Fubar skin, and it's kind of got an old-school military feel to it, just with the wood, the dark green, and the star on the receiver. It's a little bit dissonant, if you ask me. I mean, you've got those bright white tally marks on the front. They don't really seem to mesh well with the wood and the green and the military feel to me. I don't know, maybe it was some military guy who just went crazy and started racking up kills and being all violent and crazy or whatever. I'm not sure if they're trying to make stories behind these, but if there was one, that would be my guess. Another green skin, we have the SG553 Atlas, and this one's got some gold piping and lettering going on it. Not sure how I feel about that green though. I guess they're kind of going for a camouflage feel for some woodland combat, but I would prefer a color combination more in the area of dark grays, light grays, blacks, and gold. And I guess if they did that, it'd be a little too close to the elite build, and they kind of have to differentiate them a little bit, so I guess I can see why they did that. But that's the Atlas. Not too bad, but not really that exciting either. I didn't expect to see another scout skin I would like after the big iron, but here we have a Ghost Crusader, and I think this is pretty sweet. Has a really nice white and pale blue finish. Really technological feeling, futuristic too. I mean, I guess with this stock that they have on the scout, you can kind of pull it off. I like this a whole lot, but you know, the cool skins are always the most expensive, so this one might be tough to get. The Tech 9 Re-Entry, and this is a little bit of an oddball. I guess with Re-Entry, they're talking about re-entry into the atmosphere, so that's where the flames come from. But the big issue I have with this one is that bright orange bolt knob. And I think it would actually be alright if it didn't have that, but just being so bright and really being in the front of the skin, it really draws your eyes towards it, and you don't focus too much on the color play between the teal and the red flames. Also kind of draws your attention away from the back, where it has a really nice dot gradient going from the teal to the black. So an interesting skin. That orange bolt knob, though, I don't know, I could do without that. This Chroma 3 case really has some winners. This is the UMP45 Primal Saber, and I love this thing. Wow! And you know, normally I don't like these bright, loud skins. I mean, it kind of has a similar color combination to the front side Misty, which I absolutely despise, but somehow they pulled this off in a way that I really like. I think it's kind of tasteful, very graphic, very bold design. It's got that white skull on it. I guess it's maybe a saber-toothed tiger. It's got those big fang-like teeth. But I like this one a whole lot. Definitely looks good in this, which is, I'm assuming, factory new. Cool little paw print on the back by the rear sight. And it's just a good all-around. I like it a whole lot. You know, it's got some other details in it too. Like if you look at the magazine and towards the front grip, you have some lettering in white. And it just really brings it all together, and I think it's great. Attention to detail is on point. The overall design is great. Color choice is great. So this is a great skin. I like it, and it's probably going to replace my UMP45 Blaze. The XM1014 black tie, and this is a little bit of a disappointment for me because I was looking at this from the side, the 2D rendering, and it looked a whole lot different than it does in-game. You know, with our perspective and a standard view model, you see a lot of the black top, the barrel's all black, kind of the top of the receiver is black, the rail is black, and it just doesn't really have the balance that it does from the side. When you look at it from the side, the white and the black really work together, but here, the black takes over and the white's just kind of there, which is, I would say, disappointing. It has a lot of really cool details as well. On the front, the magazine tube, it has this kind of checkerboard pattern that fades out to a gray. I don't know if you can see that. On the front grip, that plastic part, it's a perforation texture and also has the vents on the bottom, which is really cool. A lot of work went into that, obviously. And then just behind that, you see a power on and a green power symbol. And I don't know what they were going for with that. I guess they're trying to go for a futuristic laser gun or electric weapon feel. Not sure. But another interesting thing, I'm not sure who comes up with where or how these things wear with the different wear patterns like battle scarred versus factory new. But if you look at the top near the back, that rear sight guard on the left and the right that are white, they're really scratched up, whereas the rest of the skin is not at all. And I don't like to see that very much because it just looks strange. It's like they beat up certain areas of it and the rest is fine. I really would rather see my skins wear evenly, you know, scratches in the middle and scratches on the edges as opposed to just localized in one spot. So that's the black tie. It's okay. It might be for some, but not for me. Last but not least, I've got the P2K Oceanic for you, and I don't really have too much to say about this one. It is black and it's got some blue on it. I mean, not too much in the way of discernible images, just sort of abstract blobs. The back is a little bit busy, the back of the slide. It's a bit of a brighter blue, almost a teal, and you can see it's very clearly just a mirrored image from the left to the right. And normally it's not an issue, but in this case it's very obvious because they didn't plan something in like a skull, which, you know, if they mirrored the left and the right side of a skull, it just looks like, oh, there's a little skull in the back. But in this case, it just is very obvious that the pattern is mirrored. Now, a final note before we end is that there are actually 6 knife finishes that you can get in the Chroma 3 case. It hasn't been revealed, or at least it hasn't been revealed through any of the channels that I follow, which finishes those will be and which finishes, or which knives those finishes will be on, so I can't really comment on what they are. But it would be interesting to see something like a Huntsman Tiger Tooth. That one hasn't been done yet. Wouldn't be surprised if that was one of them, because a Huntsman is a pretty classic knife, and the Tiger Tooth pattern is a very traditional Chroma case pattern. So that's definitely a possibility. You've got some other ones, like a Falchion Tiger Tooth or a Falchion, I don't know, Night or Ultraviolet, whichever ones come in the Chroma case. And I am doing pretty well on this surf right now, surprised because I am talking while I'm doing it. And just to prove to you, I'm going to go up and down violently right now. Ah! And I almost lost it, but anyways, I am surfing and it is going well, and I feel that if I stop talking, it's going to go badly. So that is it on the Chroma 3 blah 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 knives and unboxing. Not unboxing, I didn't unbox anything. You can see I'm just rambling, it's not going well because I'm about to hit this part and I've never really done it well because I don't know where it goes. I feel like it goes there. I'm gonna hit this way too hard of an angle, and that's okay. Well, that's disappointing. Whoa! Oh my god! Oh, that was an accelerator. And now I'm definitely not having enough speed, and I'm just going to fall into the lava and die. So we can take a look at the Tiger Tooth Huntsman. If we pop into exclamation point knife, let's go ahead and put on a Huntsman knife. We're going to go onto the skins, typing WS, and we're going to have to go pretty far down to where they become alphabetical. It's B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, M, N, O, P. I know I skipped a few, but this is going quickly. T, T. Oh, must have missed it. Tiger Tooth, are you ready? Oh man, that is good. Look at this, a Huntsman Tiger Tooth. Wow, I am in love. So if there is a Huntsman Tiger Tooth coming out with the Chroma 3 case, that is going to have to be my new knife because this thing is sexy with a capital S-E-X to the Y. Yeah, that was dumb, but I'm just flabbergasted by how amazing this is. So yeah, this is definitely a possibility. Fingers crossed this is one of them, but it's probably going to go for a lot of money. So if you're not sure why I love this thing so much, a big part of it is when I was doing my Counter-Strike knife unboxing, specifically the Counter-Strike Huntsman knife unboxing, at some point I did mention a Tiger Tooth Huntsman, and a lot of you guys gave me flack, or not necessarily flack, you just letting me know that the Tiger Tooth Huntsman was not a real knife, and I did know that at the time. As soon as that came out of my mouth, I knew A, that that was completely not true, and B, that I was not going to hear the end of it in the comments. So that has kind of become a thing now for me, is the Tiger Tooth Huntsman. So hopefully I can get one of these, and it'll be kind of our thing for the channel. That would be pretty cool. So anyways, perhaps a preview of one of the knives. Now don't give me too much in the way of chastisement if I'm wrong, because I'm making this video like 20-30 minutes after the Chroma 3 case was even just released. So I don't have as much information as you probably do now watching this video in the future. So thank you guys so much for watching. That is it for me on this video. I have been rambling, and this bottom section of this video, this last half, is definitely way too long and boring, but we're just gonna go ahead and let it be long and boring. So you guys know the drill. Comments down below, thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe. If you guys like the video and you think that anyone else would, I would really appreciate it if you would share it with your friends, because that is the best thing for me right now, is to kind of just gain a little bit of exposure. I know it's kind of making you guys do some of the work, but I really do appreciate it, and if you like it, then hopefully you wouldn't consider it too much of an issue to kind of help spread the word about Coda and my channel. So thanks again. Gonna be ending this now. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You know, have fun. Just check out some of these skins. If you get any, let me know down in the comments. I'd be interested to talk about them. Some of these are really awesome, but that's all I've got. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. What's up, cactus? Oh, shit. Yo. How's it going? Well, that was like a 1 in 100 jump. Alright, well, not much to do now that I'm here. Except play with my tiger-tooth huntsman. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good indeed.